Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, and yes, I am the Lone Ranger, speaking to you here at the studios of WDBO Cox Radio. I'm going to tell you something. It's such an honor to be able to communicate and give information to all my friends out there and all my loyal listeners, and I just want to thank you. I know it's Sunday morning, and it's a beautiful day, and you could be out doing anything with your family, and yet you're probably doing a lot of the same things that I am, and that's working around the yard, fixing things that are broken around the house, fixing sprinklers, blowing the yard off. I know my wife's in there doing some laundry and cleaning the house, and so we all got our things to do, but I appreciate you guys spending time out of your day to listen to my radio show. Hopefully I'm going to bring some real value to you. Whether you're interested in buying a home or refinancing a home, I'm going to tell you something. I want to bring value to you so that you are more informed about what's going on with the greatest investment that you have. And if you don't have the greatest investment you have and you don't own real estate, I'm going to show you all the reasons why you should buy, even in today's crazy market. So let's get right down to it, boys and girls. So let's talk about what's going on in the market right now. Interest rates actually stabilized this week. You know what? I don't look at that as being this great thing where I'm sending up flares that they drop back down, but they did stabilize, and that was a good thing. You know, stabilization, we even saw a little bit of a dip during the week. I'm not thinking this is permanent, guys. I'm just telling you that right now. So don't delay. If you're going to buy, don't think that things are just going to keep coming down. And I'm hearing people say that houses are going to drop. Here's the thing. Houses have already stabilized and already pulled back a little bit. There's not 25 offers on a house right now. There's 5. Okay? There's not 25, there's 5. When we get down to where there's no offers and you've had your house on the market for 2 weeks, well, we're going to start balancing out this market and you might see a pullback. But here's why I don't think housing prices are going to go down, at least not down that much. And I've heard stories that they could go down as much as 10%. Don't buy it. I'm not buying into that. And here's why. You cannot have inflation and the cost of materials and goods going up as sharply as they are and not have increase in value. You cannot have a shortage of rental properties and not have an increase in value. It just doesn't make any sense. You cannot have an oversupply of buyers and an undersupply of inventory and have a decrease in value. As long as there's people wanting to buy, and as long as there's not enough houses to buy, then they're going to continue to go up. When that reverses itself, and I see no end in sight, it will happen at some point, but we'll go back into a buyer's market. I don't see that for another 5 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say we're not going to have some peaks and valleys in there. We're going to see some changes. There's going to be some things that are going to happen that might change the market just a little bit, and maybe you can take advantage of it. But I'm going to tell you something. I've tried timing the market before. It never worked for me. I've tried timing it with stocks, with all kinds of different investments and buying real estate. It doesn't work for me. Buy, hold, make money. Buy, hold, make money. There, you got the simple syrup there. It makes all the sense in the world. Listen, go back in time. Real estate has never gone down. And don't say, well, yes, it did. It went down in 2008 and 9. Yes, of course it did. But it came back. And there was a major reason for that. And there you could say, well, there's a major reason right now. Well, there may be a reason right now that we could see a bit of a pullback. But I don't think we're going to see that we're going to have a decline in prices the way we did because of the whole mortgage debacle when mortgage companies were doing loans for people that should have never had them. That's not happening. There is prudent underwriting right now, and I don't think we're going to run into that issue. If you've got questions for the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn, you can always call me at 407-706-3313, or you can visit my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. I'm the Lone Ranger. I've been in mortgage business for 33 years. Grew up right here in Central Florida. I'm just a local cowboy. I do nothing but help people be able to amass wealth in real estate, save money in refinancing. So now let's talk about you stragglers that refinance. You didn't refinance when when interest rates were in the 2s. You didn't refinance when they're in the 3s. You didn't refinance when they're in the 4s. Now they're in the 5s and pushing the 6s. So who should refinance and who shouldn't? Remember, you always get the real news here. No fake news. Good, bad, and ugly. So let's talk about the ugly. If you didn't refinance and you should have gotten rid of your private mortgage insurance or MIP for a FHA or conventional loan, you've missed the boat on that. You've completely missed the boat on that. So don't refinance to get rid of PMI right now. That ship has sailed. Maybe it'll come back someday, won't come back now. But I don't want to take you from a rate in the 3s just to get rid of mortgage insurance. Here's the people that should refinance, okay? You're loaded up with consumer debt, or you need to make home improvements that your spouse was after you to do and you didn't do it. Well, you got a bunch of equity built up. Before there's any turnaround in the market, refinance now. I'm still taking clients, even though I'm increasing their rate. Let's just say you had a 3.5% rate, and now you're going to be 5.5%. Okay? It seems like, why would I ever do that? Well, if that payment on your mortgage, let's just say, goes up $400 a month, but I can save you $1,000 a month by consolidating debt, does that make sense? Yes, because you're $600 ahead of the game. Now, what I do is I show you how to consolidate the debt. Now you have no debts. All you've got is a mortgage. Your mortgage went up $400, but we eliminated $1,000 in debt. That's a $600 gain. Now you apply the $600 that you're used to making anyways, and now we go back, and now we have no debt, and you're paying your mortgage off in, say, 15 years. Now, that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And some people, you guys are having trouble getting your head wrapped around that. Listen, it's only money. Figure out the logic. I'll help you with the logic. If it doesn't make sense, the loan arranger will be the first guy to tell you don't do it. Believe me, plenty of you call me and go, I was told I should do this by the quickie loans, and boy, it sounded really good, and they gave me this great rate, and I'm thinking, that's a stupid thing to do. Don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. I talk many of you off the fence on doing a refinance or making a financial decision that isn't right for you. You need somebody you can count on. Okay? You need somebody you can count on. Check my references out. Check my Google, check my Zillow reviews, check my customer reviews. Listen, I have no interest in being your neighbor here in Central Florida, living in the community with you, being prominent on the air, and giving you bad information. I need you to have good information. You need somebody you can trust. You really do. And I'm applying for the job. Put me to the test. I'm here for you. I promise you I'm here for you. No BS. Let's just get down to business and show you how to make or save money. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Let's talk about a few things on the horizon. I am doing a home buying class. I do have a realtor that I'll be bringing on for that home buying class, but we're going to talk about not first-time home buyer only. It's going to touch on first-time home buyer and the disadvantage that you truly have in today's market, because you are the guys that are completely getting shafted on this with the higher interest rates and higher prices. But there are ways you can do it, and there's ways you can get help, and there's down payment assistance programs that are reopening up. So I've got all that. Now, let's talk about the middleman there. So you already own a home. You bought it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. You made a ton of equity on it, but you want to buy another one as an investment property. I'm going to show you how to leapfrog in it. I'm going to show you what I did. I never had money to put down 20%, but I figured out a way that I could put minimum down on a house, keep it for a short period of time, turn it into a rental, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You do that 5 times. I'll show you how to make $20,000 a month in rental income. You don't have to pay me $1,500 for a weekend seminar. I'm going to do it for you for free. For free. You don't have to go to these seminars. They sell you their CDs and their 8-track tapes. Tell you got to sign up for that. And you got to do all this stuff. It's not complicated, guys. I'm a 10th grade dropout, okay? Like, I didn't finish the 10th grade. I got my PhD, my public high school diploma. Well, that's not true. I got a public high school diploma equivalency at Seminole Community College because I was a high school dropout. Now, I don't encourage that. I encourage my children to get an education, and they are. But I had circumstances that led me in that direction, and I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out the hard way. Believe me, the hard way. Like, I was dirt poor. I had no money, had no food, couldn't feed my dog, got a car repossessed, got a motorcycle repossessed, was going down the wrong path. So listen, when I tell you who I am, I'll be honest with you. I don't have all the answers, but here's what I do have. I got the answers on amassing wealth in real estate, and I share that with you guys. I share it with you because I want you to experience what I experience. I could retire today and live a very comfortable life. And I'm not the smartest guy you'll ever meet. I'm not a Harvard graduate. I'm none of those things. You know what I am? I'm down and dirty, and I work harder than most people. And I work hard to figure out ways to make things happen and make me money. Okay? And I'm going to help you do the same thing. Call me at 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. You want to get into my class? You must register. I only have 100 seats available, and I don't know how many of them are gone already, but I'd have to check with Jeanette, my marketing assistant, to see how many are left. But that will be on May the 12th, 6 p.m. Zoom. Go to webringyouhome.com. Check out my events or calendar page, and you will register there. There is information that you will need to download, and it will be a participation class. Do not attend my class if you're not interested in learning something. Like, attend it, be early, be on the class, don't pop in late. Take this seriously. I'm going to show you how to get rich. Why wouldn't you take that seriously? I see stragglers coming in. I mean, you're not serious about making wealth in real estate. You want to be an investor? I'll show you how to be an investor. You want to buy your next house? Show you how to get into your next house. You want to save money on a mortgage? Show you how to the best way to save money on a mortgage. Based on your financial circumstances, not your next door neighbor, not mine, not your friend that got a mortgage, but yours. Custom services. That's what you get here. You get custom services. We can help you with that. We'll just crack that whip. And there's my crack the whip.
Dang, that hurts.
Yeah, that does hurt. So you want to get into my class, just register webringyouhome.com. Let's talk about some other things in the news. Interest rates are continuing to rise, and housing prices are still going up. Don't think they're going down. They ain't going down yet. They're still going up. So I put some numbers together. I was really curious as to what was the direct impact on you as a payment. So I was working some numbers up for a client today, and they were like, well, what was the payment difference when, if rates are 5.5 versus 6.5%? Because they're already pushing over the 5.5 and moving into the 6s. Okay. Yeah, we settled down to about 5 3/4 this week, but they're going to move in that direction. They are. The Fed's going to raise the Fed again, probably 6 more times. You'll be hitting 7.5, 8.5%. I can almost assure you by this time next year, you'll be into the 8s. Don't be surprised. I told you that. I told you when they were in the 2s, they were going to the 3s. I told you when they're in the 3s, they're going to the 4s. I told you when they're in the 4s, they're going to the 5s. Now I'm telling you they're going to go to the 6, 7s, and 8s. So it's going to happen. Just hold on. But here's the thing. I put some numbers together on a $300,000 mortgage at 5.5% versus 6.5%. Then I put together what would happen if the mortgage went up by $50,000, okay? And went from your loan amount from $300 to $350. What's the impact there? And then what's the impact if it goes up 1% in interest rate and goes up $50,000? So when we come back from the next break, just hang on for me here. I'm going to go over these numbers. I'm going to show you how it impacts you or somebody if they are buying in the market and interest rates go up. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. They call me the Lone Ranger. CrossCountry Mortgage, been in the mortgage business for 33 years, closed well over 10,000 transactions, teach mortgage classes across the country to people that are in the mortgage business and the real estate professional community. If you are in the real estate business and you'd like me to come in and join you in a speaking engagement for your group, feel free to let me know. You can visit my website at webringyouhome.com. Or contact me at 407-706-3313. I'd be more than happy to discuss what I do for training programs to help all of you understand real estate and how to take advantage of opportunities that may lay in front of you. So before we went on our last break, we were talking about housing prices going up and how does that impact your payments, and interest rates going up and how does that impact your payments. So take note of this, okay? So what I did is I just took a loan amount of $300,000. Now we're just talking about principal and interest, not taxes, not insurance, not mortgage insurance, just principal and interest, just so we can keep it simple, okay? So if you are getting a $300,000 mortgage and paying 5.5%, your P&I payment is $1,703. So call it $1,700 a month. If that rate goes up by 1% to 6.5%, $300,000 loan amount, your payment is $1,896. That's $193 a month more for 1 point. Now, we've seen well over a point just in the last 2 months. So you know those things can happen. I mean, we jumped quickly from the 3s to the 4s, the 4s to the 5s, and now we're pushing the 6s. Like we're banging on the bottom end of 6s. And investment properties are well into the 6s already. And if you want a no-point loan, even if your credit score is really good, you're probably close to the 6s or in the 6s already. So I'm anticipating these going to the 7s and the 8s in a pretty short period of time, because the Fed's only made one Fed increase and they're going to make, they said 6 more. So what are we looking at for that? All right. So now, if the house goes up by $50,000, how does that impact the transaction? So if the house goes up by 50 grand from 300 to 350, that increases your payment by $316. Okay. So more than the point increased. The point, remember, only went up by 193. This goes up by 316. Now, if it goes up 50 grand and goes up a point in interest rate, that's 509. Now, that's pretty much what everybody's been seeing. Come on, you got to figure every house around here has gone up by 50 grand in the last year. Okay. I mean, most people have, and a lot of them have gone up more. So you are paying $500 a month more for the exact same house. Okay. So that's pretty substantial, wouldn't you think? Like $6,000 a year more for the same house that could have been a lot cheaper had we bought earlier. Now that ship has sailed. It's in the rearview mirror. No worries about it. We have opportunities. So now I look at this and I say, hey, is it too late, or can I still make money in this market? Even with interest rates going up, even with housing at an all-time high, are they predicted to go up higher? And what are the benefits for me to buy? So when we come back from the next break, I want to put this in perspective as to if you go ahead and you buy that home right now, what can we expect to see in appreciation? And what could we expect to see if you rent your current home out? Stay tuned. I'm the Lone Ranger, CrossCountry Mortgage. Visit my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com, or apply online at the same website. Very easy. Or you can call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and yes, they call me the Lone Ranger. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday out there. I know you're doing lots of stuff around the house, cleaning up, doing yard work, vacuuming, but I'm going to tell you something. I am absolutely honored, and I feel privileged to be on the air, having great customers like you. I'm getting lots of phone calls from folks like you that are, considering buying. I just got off the phone with a guy that's got 10 condos that he wants me to pull equity out of it so he can build a duplex. I just got off the phone with a client that's been to me 4 times and buying his 5th property right now. Look at there's opportunities in this market. So I want to get right down to it. But I want you to write my phone number down. Save me in your cell phone, 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. When we were before the last break, we talked about what changes in your payment based on an interest rate increase of 1% and what changes in your payment based on a house going up by, say, $50,000, which would be less than 20% increase on a $300,000 house. So I want to recap that again. Let's just say you're getting a $300,000 loan. This is principal and interest only at 5.5%. That payment's $1,703. Jumping to 6.5%, it goes up $193 to $1,896. So $193 for a 1% increase in interest rate. But let's take that same thing and let's say the house goes up by $50,000. Then that is an increase of $316 a month. Okay? Almost double, not quite double, but much higher increase than the interest rate. So, and we've been seeing easily 20% increase in the market. So if that house went up by $50,000, it increases by $316. Now here's the thing. It's going to go up by $50,000 and the interest rates are going to go up by 1%. That's a $509 increase. Okay. So look at that. A lot of you may go, oh my God, that's just ridiculous. I can't see it. There's no reason to buy anymore. Blah, blah. That's the stupidest thing you could ever think, because I want to put this in perspective. If you do wait and their interest rates are 6.5% and you're waiting to pay the extra $50,000 because you just like donating your money, that costs you on an annual basis $6,088. Now, here's why I say buy. Florida is going to continue to go up in price. Your $350 house will be worth $410. Your $350 house will be worth $610 by 2025, 2026. Okay? It's all over. All the statistics are there. So you're going to double your price in 5 years. Why would you not buy? But let's just say it doesn't double the price. Let's just say we have a 20% increase, okay, per year. 20% on 300 is $60,000. If your price went up because of your payment and your interest rate by $6,100, you're ahead of the game by $53,800 per year. I'll trade you $6,000 for $53,000 all day long. Send me the money. I'll take it. So don't sit on the sidelines watching the rest of us get rich, and you're sitting on the sideline being a naysayer, a doubter, okay? Believe me, doubters get poorer and risk takers that are willing to jump in the market get richer. Rich people don't get rich because they're playing it safe. They get rich because they're willing to jump in. They're willing to make a decision. Okay? And this isn't even a high risk. It's real estate. Where's it going to go? You think real estate's going to go down in Florida? Oh, yeah. In 2025, the average house will be worth $200,000. Do you think that's true? Do you think it'll be worth the same price as it is today? You know you don't. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Let's talk about some other alternatives like rent. Okay, so rents went up 20% last year. They're predicted to go up 20% this year. However, in Central Florida, we're seeing as much as a 58% increase in rent. 58%. That's insanity. You know what? I love it because I own property, and you can rent from my property. If you're paying $1,500 a month for rent right now, and it goes up 20%, you're going to $1,800. If you're paying $1,800 and it goes up 20%, you're going to pay $2,160. If you're paying $2,160 now and it goes up 20%, you're going to pay $2,592, almost $2,600 in 1 year. Now, do you want to rent or do you want to make money? Because in your rent, if you're paying, and let's just put this in perspective, if you're paying $2,500 a month for rent, you're paying $30,000 a year, negative income. It's going toward nothing but your landlord. On the other hand, you could be making the gain of $60,000, even call it $50,000. You're ahead of the game by $80,000 a year. Let's give your head a shake. Crack the whip. Okay, let's do it, baby. Let's stop sitting on the sidelines of life and let's get into the market. All right, call me at 407-706-3313. Let's talk a little bit about some other stuff off topic. How about solar panels? You like solar panels? Oh, man, solar panels. Everybody needs solar panels. We're going to save energy. So we're going to pay $25,000 to $45,000 to put solar panels on our roof. Now, I hope you put a new roof on first because the roof's only going to last you 15 years, maybe 20 if you're really lucky. But after 15, an insurance company's not going to insure you anyway. So you got to do them every 15 years. They've gotten keen to that. You know that, right? So now, a lot of insurance companies won't insure your solar panels, and they won't even insure your roof entirely if you have solar panels on it. Now, let's just put this back into perspective, guys, because I like the idea of clean energy. Listen, I'm into it. Clean energy, give it to me. How do I get it? But it's got to make sense. And I don't think a lot of you guys are thinking hard. You're getting hard sold by a siding salesperson that turned into a solar panel salesperson that knocked on your door and told you how you could get energy efficient credits. So you pay $25,000, $30,000. Now you got a lien on your property. That's right. You got a lien on your property. Even if you're leasing them, or you're buying them, it's a lien. It's called a UCC lien. It's a utility lien, okay? They got a lien on your property. Now, your loan to value is probably upside down because you paid $25,000 to $40,000 for the solar panels. It's only going to give you $5,000 in value, if that. If that. I'll put you to the test. I'll show you a stack of appraisals on people that are getting their houses appraised with solar panels. So now, you got to go to the solar panel company that financed it, and you got to get them to subordinate the new mortgage if you want to get a refinance or somebody wants to buy it. And if you sell the house, you got to have somebody inherit that debt. Try doing that one in this market, okay? Now, let's just say you got to put a new roof on. What are you going to do with your solar panels? You can't put a roof around them. You got to remove them. And then where are you going to put them? You got to store them in a safe place because they're solar panels and they're fragile. So you got to store them somewhere. Then you put your roof on. Then you got to reinstall them again. Now let's talk about the net savings that you really had over a long period of time with the solar panels. Because how long are the solar panels going to last you? 15 years? 20 years? What's the guarantee on them? Because then by the time they're paid for and you've put a new roof on it, you're going to need new solar panels again. All right, you can tell I'm not a big fan of the solar panel thing. Again, I'm into clean energy. I think the whole solar panel thing is going to have to get a lot better. When they start making actual roofing shingles that are solar panels, then we might have something there. Okay? 407-706-3313. Teachers, law enforcement, first responders, I've got special programs for you. The state doesn't have a special program for you. The federal government doesn't have a special program for you. The Lone Ranger, he's got a program for you. He can do it. He can help you. You got it? Come on, man. Come on, man. I got the program. You know that. Call me. That's all you got to do.
Actually, I'd like to join you, but I have class tonight. How about tomorrow night?
I have class then, too.
I'll tell you what then. Why don't you call me sometime when you have no class?
All right. Maybe I will.
Well, call me. That's all you got to do. Call me when you have no class. Call me. You don't even have to have class. All of you can call me, 407-706-3313. You'll get the real scoop right here. No BS, no baloney, the real deal. You're a teacher, law enforcement teacher, first responder, veteran. Oh, man, I got great programs for veterans. You want a construction to perm loan? I got the best construction perm loans in the market. You a builder? You need a good lender to take care of your clients, and you want to build custom, semi-custom homes, and you need your client to get construction perms? Call the Loan Arranger. Best in business. You want rehab loans. You're out looking at a property. You can't find a great property that you want. You're in competition for everything you want to buy. I got the program. You find a little house that's kind of dirty, okay, a little nasty, but you look at it and you go, you know what, the footprint's nice. The neighborhood's nice. What if I rebuilt this house? What if I renovated the whole thing? New roof, new kitchen, new electrical, new plumbing, new floors. Let's do it. I got all the programs for you. Everything you want. First-time home buyer programs. Realtor training programs. I've got what you need. You don't have to go any further. You don't have to go to your bank. I'm going to tell you something. These bank commercials are wearing me out. Okay, and listen, we got to have banks because we got to have a place to put our money. But these commercials act like they're your neighborhood best friend. They're going fishing and camping with you. It's ridiculous. These banks are doing nothing but take advantage of people. Go down any major city and look at the high rises and tell me how many of them are banks, and tell me they're not into it for just the money. They're into it for the money. Okay, the loan arranger, he's into it to make sure that you get the best deal. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm in business to make money too, just like the rest of us. But my margins are low. It doesn't take me a lot of money to operate. Heck, I'm in all 50 states. I can give you a mortgage in any state you want in the United States, wherever you want it. I got them right here. You call the loan arranger, right here in your own town, local boy. Okay. Went to school right here. Well, when I went to school. All right. Okay. Now let's talk about this. You're in a multiple offer situation. You're losing deals. You keep making offers. People are coming in over ask price. I got a program where if you get fast tracked for your loan approval, I have a program called Cash Plus. I'll pay cash for the house. That way you're making cash offers, because I'm going to back you up with my cash. You want to know about that program? Call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313. You concerned about interest rates going up? I got extended rate locks up to 1 year. I got them. You want to go out and find a house and you want to shop for a house? You don't like the way interest rates are going? You don't like that they're going up? I can do a lock and shop up to 90 days. Lock your rate in advance. You got to be fully approved with me. I'm not doing that on a pre-qualification, full application, full approval. Now, you're out shopping at houses. You're fully approved with me. I'll increase your chances on you becoming the winning offer by up to 30%. How do I do it? I call the listing agent and I tell the listing agent that I will pay their seller up to $500 a day for every day we miss the closing. You pick my buyer. They're fully approved. I guarantee we'll close on time. Now, unless you die during the process, I'm closing that loan on time because I got your loan fully approved already. That's how the Loan Arranger helps you. It's not just great rates. It's not just amazing service. It's not just me. It's not just my team. It's the systems that I have in place to make you a winner. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. You want to get into one of my real estate classes? I'm having one on May 12th at 6 p.m. You got to go to WeBringYouHome.com and register for my home buying class. It's also for savvy buyers, move-up buyers, first-time home buyers. I'll share the tricks of the trade all over the place with you. All you got to do is stay tuned to the Loan Arranger and get all the details. You want jumbo loans with only 3% down? I got them. You want a jumbo loan up to $1,750,000 with 5% down? I got it. I'm telling you, you don't have to go anywhere. I got whatever you need. The Loan Arranger. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the Loan Arranger radio show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. Stay tuned. We'll be back for the last segment, 5 minutes. Welcome back to the last segment of the Lone Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. I am the Lone Ranger, and I appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday to spend with me on the air here. I appreciate all your phone calls that you call me in, and questions and texts that you send me in at 407-706-3313. I want you to know that I'm grateful to have great people like you that are loyal to me and call me and send your clients, your friends, your family over to me to help. I got to tell you, it's been a glorious occupation for me, and it's a lot of fun spending time with you guys on the air. It's amazing how many of you call me up and you're like, wow, is this really the guy that talks on the air? Listen, I am nobody special, okay? I'm just going to tell you that. Believe me, you can ask my wife. She'll tell you he's nobody special, trust me. But here's what I am for you. I am a person that you can call and count on for honest, accurate information. If I don't think it's the right thing for you to do, I will tell you. Listen, some of you, they call me up and I'm even yelling at you, okay? So don't do that because you're not thinking straight. I will tell you, I will be your voice of reason. You might not like what I say sometimes, but I'll say it to you because it's the truth. And I don't think a lot of businesses out there care enough to tell their clients the truth. I care enough to tell my clients the truth. Believe me, ask the clients that know me. You know, it's funny because I've got a client out there. She went through my leapfrog program. She's on, I don't know, probably 6th or 7th house already. She'll call me, Bruce, I'm looking at this condo over here, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And I'm like, no, Ruby, don't get anywhere near that condo. This is not how we make money, okay? There are certain parameters that I stick within that are tried and true. That doesn't mean you can't deviate and still make money. Don't think you're a hero. Everybody makes money in real estate right now. Is your property going to make money in a level market? That's the truth. That's the key. Because look we're experiencing 20% appreciation per year. What do you think is realistic? What do you think an average appreciation that you can count on should be? You know what it is? 3%. 3%. Listen, I made a lot of money on 3% appreciation. You don't have to have 20. It's gravy. But you need to buy a property that's going to sustain itself and produce income in a not good market. Right now, we're in a great market. That's easy to do. It's like telling me, oh, I'm a real estate agent. I had my best year ever. I hope so. Jesus, what the hell were you doing? Painting your toenails all day? If you didn't make money in this business, that's what it was easy for people to make money. So listen, sorry, I digress. I wanted to thank you again for the time you spent with me today on your Sunday. You could have been doing anything. I want you to keep my number handy because I want to be there for your friends and your family. And I want to invite you to my home buying class that I'm doing on May the 12th at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. Apply for a mortgage at WeBringYouHome.com as soon as possible, as interest rates are continuing to rise and housing prices continue to go up. And rents are going up at an alarming rate. So if you don't like your rent you're paying now, you're not going to like it next year. And if it continues to go in this direction, you could find yourself living back with grandma and grandpa or mom and dad. And if you are mom and dad and you have adult children that are renting, you should be aware of that. You can call me. I can show you how you can give them a gift of down payment equity and protect your money. Heck, you're going to leave them money when you're dead anyway. They're just going to go out and buy a new boat and a Harley Davidson, put it into a house so it creates generational wealth. It's a no-brainer. Call me on that, 407-706-3313. I can help you with anything you need when it comes to mortgages. I got it all. Construction, renovation, down payment assistance, special programs for first responders, educators, and healthcare workers. You got it. I got it. I want you to enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate you very much for tuning in today. I hope this was entertaining and informative. I am the Lone Ranger signing out, 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. See you next week.